The provisional England squad was announced last week, and obviously there's always debate within the names, but I've caved. I'm going to do a tier list on my England squad that I think should be taken to the Euros. The tiers in this are guaranteed starter, 100% on the plane, should make the squad, just misses out, too early, no chance, and why you on the list. Let's start with Cameron Archer, and I mean there's no chance Cameron Archer's going to get into the team. Why are you on the list? He had that one good appearance for Sheffield United, won his debut, but other than that, no chance. Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, he should make the squad, and I think he's probably one of England's best players, but he's the odd man out really, isn't he? Because he don't play in the centre midfield that Southgate would want probably, but also, I agree, we've got better right-back options than him, to be honest, because we're going to play defensively. Ross Barkley just misses out in my opinion. I think that he's had a great season. He's going to Aston Villa I think now, but I just think in terms of attacking players we're not struggling really, and Ross Barkley for me just isn't going. Obviously Jude Bellingham is guaranteed starter. To me, I'd still play him as an 8. I know people like him as number 10, but that's for Real Madrid. In the World Cup I thought he's fantastic as a box-to-box midfielder, so interested to see where Southgate plays him. Jared Bowen, I think Jared Bowen just misses out, should make the squad. I'm going to go should make the squad. I think he's had a top season. I mean, he got about 16 goals and in a dodgy West Ham side, especially at the back end. Gareth Brantwaite should make the squad in my opinion. I think he's had a great, especially end to the year, and very underrated season with Everton. Great defender and huge. I mean, he's like 6'6", saw him next to Haaland that time. Calvin Phillips, no chance. I'm not having him. Loved him from Leeds like myself, but didn't play for Man City, played terribly for West Ham, and now he's just ruined his chance of getting in the England team. Dan Burn, no chance for Dan Burn. He's a good player in the system that he plays, but I don't think if you put him in against Mbappe in the England squad, I know he played him for Newcastle and played quite well against him, but nah, no chance for Dan Burn. Not entirely, is this that Gittins from Dortmund? No chance. Too early I'd say, because he's still young, isn't he? I haven't really seen anything from him, but I hear he's quite good. Levi Colwill just misses out, or is it too early? It's one of the two. I think Levi Colwill is a great player in a very dysfunctional Chelsea team, but still is like a shining star. So I think probably the next tournament in America, he definitely gets in, but now I'm not having it. Then you've got Ben Chilwell. Injured this season, but in my opinion, I think he's England's best left back. I'd take him over Luke Shaw if they're both fully fit. I mean, you can't go wrong with either. He should make the squad, I think. I mean, we don't want to have many left backs. I like Tariq Mitchell, I like Rico Henry before he get injured, but Eric Dyer probably just misses out. I know he's had a bit. I mean, he's played really well for Bayern Munich. I mean, he looked pretty good against Real Madrid, but just misses out. I think we've got some decent centre backs. Lewis Dunk, I think he's going to make the squad. He's one of those players that isn't fantastic, but you've got to give him his dues. He has been so consistent for Brighton that, I mean, you'll have to reward form at one point. Is this Marcus Edwards for Sporting? I like him when I've seen him play, and he used to play for Spurs, didn't he? But I'm going to go too early. I know he's about mid-20s, so it's not like he's 19, but if he just gets a move over to the Premier League, because no one's going to be picking him when he's at Sporting unless he is their out-and-out best player. But if he gets moved over to England, you never know. Eze should make the squad, I'd say. I think he's been fantastic for Palace, hasn't he? He's a quote-unquote street footballer that everyone loves to brag on about. But yeah, good player to bring off the bench. I can't see him get many minutes in the Euros because I think he will go full Foden, obvious starter, Premier League player of the season. I mean, you can play him on the left, on the right, attacking mid, wherever you want. He is definitely starting. Conor Gallagher, in my opinion, should make the squad. I think he has the legs, and he's Chelsea's captain now, I think. So he's one of those, he just brings pure energy for the squad. So I'd take Conor Gallagher. James Garner. I really like James Garner. I liked him when he was at Forest in the Championship. Too early, and he's another one that I know he's about 23, 24. But I just think, again, if he can get more form with Everton, and you never know if he makes a move or if Everton do well in a season, then he could see a spot in the American World Cup. Morgan Gibbs-White. Ooh, this is a tough one, this one. Morgan Gibbs-White. I mean, I really like Gibbs-White. I was surprised when he went to Forest for that amount of money, but last 2 seasons, he's been excellent for them, really. So I am going to go just misses out, but he's one of those. He might be my first reserve, to be honest. Joe Gomez, I'm going to say should make the squad because I think he's been great for Liverpool. Andy Robertson's been injured a lot, Trent's been injured a lot, and he's so versatile on those wings. Does he offer a lot going forward? No, he still hasn't scored what a professional goal, but I think he'll be great for England and he is a solid player. Anthony Gordon, to me, 100% on the plane. I think he's been fantastic this season. Jack Grealish, he should make the squad. Probably not on merit at the moment because, I mean, it seems like he's been injured, but it's come out that I believe John Stones and Jack Grealish apparently didn't take it seriously after the treble win, and that's why they haven't seen much game time. Archie Gray, too early, but yeah, he's fantastic for Leeds. I think he's 18 now. But he's probably going to be in the England squad in the next few years or so when he gets a bigger move from Leeds, or if they get promoted, which they didn't. Here we go, Mark Gay. We've got a lot of centre-backs on this list now. I'm going to go just misses out, and I think that's really harsh on Gay. He's a fantastic player. I think he's injured, isn't he? So I don't actually know if he's going to be able to play in the squad. Jordan Henderson. I think he just misses out. No chance. He just misses out. I mean, has Henderson made the worst move in professional football history? He's gone to Saudi Arabia. He hasn't been able to collect the money from Saudi Arabia, I believe, due to the tax reasons. Now he's gone to Ajax. And he's ruined his legacy. Well, maybe not ruined his legacy, but he's definitely tarnished it. He's got rid of his England place for no financial gain. I don't know who this is, so I'm going to ask why are you on the list. I think that's that striker for Brighton, isn't it? Sam Johnston. I'm going to put should make the squad a la Johnston. He's not going to play. Third keeper, I'd definitely put him on there. Curtis Jones. I love Curtis Jones. I think he's an excellent player. I'd probably put him in there, but if I'm thinking what Southgate would do, I don't think he's going to get in, to be honest. Maybe too early? Yeah, let's think him too early. Reece James, if he's fit, he's 100% on the plane because, in my opinion, he is England's best right back. But if he's fit, I mean, he's played, 10 games the last 2 seasons. Harry Kane, obviously starter. Konza just misses out. Max Kilman, I'm going to put in... No chance. I could put him in just misses out. Again, there are too many centre-backs better than him. Rico Lewis, too early. I think he just doesn't get enough game time for Man City. Thibaut Livramento, could you put him in too early again? Longstaff, I'm going to go no chance. James Maddison, to me, 100% on the plane. I think people have short-term memories and they forget how good he was at the start of the season. Harry Maguire, 100% on the plane. Again, form isn't fantastic, but he's good for England. And what can you say, really? People will always say he doesn't deserve to be there. But at one point, you have to look at the tournament performances, and he's been in the team of the tournament the last 2 times. So Kobbie Mainoo should be on the plane. Ben Mee, no chance. Solly March, no chance. Lewis Miley, too early. Really like him. 17, 18 years old. I mean, because of Newcastle's injuries, he's been pushed into that squad. But yeah, fantastic player, just too early. Tyrone Mings, no chance. He's been injured all season again, and he wouldn't even get into the squad regardless. Carlton Morris, no chance again. Great season for Luton, don't get me wrong, but we've got so many better strikers than him. Who's this? Mason Mount? Just misses out because of his season. I mean, Mason Mount at one point probably was England's best centre midfielder, but unfortunately because of his move, because of injuries, because of Ten Hag just doesn't fancy him at times, and you can see that with the performances. Eddie Nketiah, no chance. I just don't think he's good enough personally. I think he's probably a mid-table striker. Cole Palmer, 100% on the plane. He's had a fantastic season. And yes, people argue, well, a lot of his goals are penalties, but I think he can offer so much going forward, especially in that attacking mid-role, which I think we do suffer with a tiny bit in previous years. Jordan Pickford, guaranteed starter, of course. England's number 1. I think he's probably been the best keeper in the Premier League over the last season. And then Nick Pope, I guess, should make the squad. I mean, to be fair, I might say just misses out because he's been injured all season, hasn't he? So, mate, I don't even know who was the other keeper on this list, but yeah, maybe he just misses out. Jarell Quansah. Oh, that is a tough one, that. Just misses out. My prediction, he is going to be a top quality, world-class centre-back. And I think he is going to be England's starting centre-back. If not the next tournament, the one after that. Jack Butland, no chance. No, he's had a good season at Rangers. He's way past it now. And then Aaron Ramsdale, I suppose, is the next keeper who, yeah, let's stick him 100% on the plane because he's still a great keeper, although he's been dropped for David Raya. Jacob Ramsey, is it too early? I mean, again, he's still quite young. I think he's probably going to leave Villa this season because we're struggling with a bit of PSR rules, and if you sell him for 40, 50 million, it's pure profit. Marcus Rashford, I'm going to say, just misses out. I mean, you got Bowen, you got Anthony Gordon, you got quite a lot of attacking players on this list, so I just don't think he's been good enough, and I think, unfortunately, his attitude shines through because sometimes Yes, it is the club a lot of the time in Man United. It just seems such like a toxic environment. However, you have to take personal responsibility, in my opinion. And when shit hits the fan, basically, I don't think Rashford is going to be the one who drags you out of it. I think he is probably one of those who might start pointing fingers a bit. And that might be unfair, but it's just the opinion I get from him. Declan Rice, 100%. Other than maybe Bellingham and Foden and Kane, he might be our best player, to be honest. Saka, again, starts for me. Right winger. Luke Shaw, if he is fit, I'm not entirely sure if he is fit for the tournament, but if he is, he starts for me. Like I say, I do like Chilwell, but I do think Shaw works better in that system next to whoever it is going to be. Dom Solanke just misses out, which is the real shame because he's been brilliant this season. Chris Smalling, I don't watch a lot of Roma. I know he's had a very solid career there, and I probably put no chance. Just if there's any Italians, prove me wrong. Raheem Sterling just misses out. Unfortunately, the back end of the year, he was not favoured by Mauricio Pochettino. Maybe by the new manager. I think it's the Leicester manager, isn't it now? John Stones, starter for me. Probably England's best centre-back. Hasn't played a lot this season, but still is fantastic for England when he does. Tarkowski. Ooh. Not sure about Tarkowski. I mean, you could argue he's the better player than Braithwaite, but I suppose it gets to the point where Braithwaite is the future. Tarkowski is eventually going to be the past. So I'm going to put just misses out. Tomori, again, I don't watch a lot of AC Milan. I know he starts for them, and I know he won the league a couple of years ago, but he just misses out for me, to be honest. James Trafford, I'm going to put him no chance. I don't really rate him, to be honest. I don't know how Burnley paid that much amount of money for him, and I think when they put Muric in there, the back end of the season, they looked a lot better defensively. Ivan Toney, I'm gonna have to check how many people I've got on here, but I'm just gonna put should make the squad. Regardless if he played or not for Brentford, I think he's probably seen their arse with them, and he's gonna move, guessing to maybe to Arsenal this summer. Kieran Trippier just misses out. I'm gonna have to count how many I've got on this list. It's just injuries, really. The start of the season, I thought he was brilliant, but then obviously things happened. He got injured. He didn't play for about 2 months. James Ward-Prowse, again, just misses out for me. Kyle Walker should make the squad. No, he's got to be starting, Kyle Walker, I suppose, doesn't he? I mean, Reece James, I think he is our best right back. However, Kyle Walker is, he's been fit for most of the season, so I suppose you have to start him. Ollie Watkins is on the plane. Let me just scroll up here. He won't be starting, but he's had a brilliant season. Adam Wharton just misses out for me. I know he's had a great, I mean, I think did they buy him in January, I believe? So he's had a great end to the season. Hype, I think, can push people a bit too much in these situations. He's only 18, I believe, and yet he's been brilliant for the past 10 games with Glasner in charge. However, I don't think you push him into it that soon. I think someone like Kobbie Mainoo, they're playing for Man United, so the pressure is on them every single day. I think with Wharton, you never know, but I mean, he doesn't look out of place in that midfield. Ben White, no chance, unfortunately. I think, to me, I'd put him in 100% on the plane, but he doesn't fancy it, and I completely understand why, because, to be fair, he should have been starting over the last maybe couple of years, but he hasn't, and he just doesn't want to sit on the bench, basically, which is completely fair enough. Joe Willock, why on the list, mate? He's okay, isn't he? He should not be anywhere near the England squad. Harvey Elliott just misses out for me. Jurgen Klopp should have played him a lot earlier on, especially in that Merseyside derby. I'm not saying he would have been the difference between the title, but I think he would have got Liverpool an extra few points. And then Callum Wilson, I am going no chance because he is too injury prone. He's a fox in the box, isn't he? I do really like Callum Wilson. He's going to score you a goal, but he's not better than Toney. He's not better than Solanke, in my opinion. He's not better than Ollie Watkins, and he's definitely not better than Harry Kane. Okay, from doing this, I've realised I've got 9 players starting, and I've got 28 players. So I'm going to have to get rid of 2, and 2 players I'm going to get rid of. Well, let's put the starters in first. So we got Kyle Walker at right back, Stones at centre back, Luke Shaw at left back, Saka on the right, Declan Rice in the middle, Harry Kane up top. Let's say Foden on the left, and then Bellingham in the middle as well, Pickford in net. So we need another centre-back. That will be Harry Maguire. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And our defence was not the problem at the last World Cup. And I suppose we need another midfielder. And this is going to shock a lot of people, but I'm going to go Conor Gallagher. I think Conor Gallagher in that midfield. Declan Rice can sit and, he can attack. He has got ability. Jude Bellingham obviously can push forward, and then you've got Conor Gallagher, who's just going to be that box-to-box, cleaning up after people. And to me, that squad is, well, that first 11 is going to win the Euros, but we'll see in the summer. So 2 players that we got to take off here. Let's have a look. Let's take off Joe Gomez, unfortunately. I think he is excellent, but maybe not this season, Joe. And let's have a look. Unfortunately, I'm looking at it, and you've got maybe too many wide players or flair players, and it's between Eze and Jarrod Bowen, and unfortunately I'm going to go Jarrod Bowen just misses out. I mean, he might be one of the most unluckiest English footballers because he should be in most squads, and I think in the 2010s he would have been. Yeah, he misses out. This is my squad, and I really do think this team is going to win the Euros. If you want to let me know what you think of this team, and if you want to let me know your team maybe in the comments, that'd be fantastic. If you could leave a like on the video, that'd be brilliant, and if you could subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching.